Are you thinking about stopping your GLP-1 medication? If so, this video is for you. Most people taking a GLP-1 medication for weight management discontinue their use within a year of starting, with a significant portion stopping within the first few months. Let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Miss Toy the Review. I have been on a GLP-1 for over 19 months. And I have lost over 90 something pounds using the GLP-1. And so today I want to talk about why people are not making it to the 1 year mark on the GLP-1. Studies suggest that between 50 and 75% of people on GLP-1s for weight loss stop taking them within a year. And so today I want to talk about some of the reasons people are not making it to a year, okay? And hopefully today we can talk about it. I can give you some solutions so that you can be successful on your weight loss journey. Now, first I want to go through all the reasons of why people are stopping this medication. And some of the reasons you probably know right off the bat, and that is side effects. The other reason is high out-of-pocket costs. Another reason is achieving weight loss goals, and the medication is not working or is not meeting their expectations, okay? And so now let's talk about some solutions that could be helpful to you on this journey, all right? So when it comes to side effects, you really want to get on those side effects right away, because that's going to be very helpful to you in the long term. So that means if you're having, some of the big ones are nausea, constipation, and if you're having those type of issues, you want to deal with them right away. You don't want to let it linger, okay? So you want to make sure that you're eating your protein, because the protein, I know you hear all the time, protein, protein, protein. And we know it's one, it can help you with muscle loss so that you don't lose your muscle. But it can also help with side effects, okay? So you really want to make sure you're getting a lot of proteins the day of your shot, the day before your shot. And for me, I even do a lot of protein the day after, just to make sure I do not have a lot of side effects. When you are nauseous, write down, what did you eat? What did you eat before you start feeling the symptom? What did you eat afterwards? How did you feel? You want to keep a track of that so you can kind of figure out what are your triggers that's making you get sick. Because sometimes, a lot of the times, it's the food that you're eating. It could be because you're not drinking enough water. It could be a lot of different things, and everybody is different. So what we want to figure out is, what is the cause for your symptoms, of your side effects. So you need to be aware of what you're eating when these side effects are happening, so you can know what to do differently. Okay, so the next one is the high out-of-pocket costs. Now, I have experienced that, and most people have. A lot of us is not covered on our insurance. So a lot of people are paying out of pocket. And even if you're paying out of pocket for the compound version, you're paying out of pocket for the vials, or you paying out of pocket for the injectable pens, they're still costly, and it adds up. So you have to find a way to put that in your budget. Some people extend their shots. Like for me, I take my shot every 2 weeks, and that helps me out. So one box for me lasts for 2 months. So instead of paying, say a box costs $5.50, well, guess what? If I extend my shot every 2 weeks, now I'm only paying $2.25 every month. Some people are taking a shot once a month. And if you do that, one box could last you for 4 months. It just depends on your situation and what you can do. Of course, you need to talk to a doctor. I'm not your doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not in the medical field. I'm just telling you some of the things people do. Some people that don't feel, they don't want to really extend it 2 weeks. Sometimes they extend a shot 10 days, okay? And then that helps them to collect pens as well. So there's different ways that you can try to do things. Some people just get a second job, and that second job pays for their medication. So yeah, I know it's easier said than done, but that is a solution. Anyway, achieving weight loss goals, that's basically just maintenance. When you get to maintenance, that's where A lot of people are at where they say, okay, I'm at maintenance, I done met my goal weight, so now I want to get off the medication. Well, one thing I want you to remember is that obesity is a disease. So because of that, some people are able to get off the medication without gaining the weight back, and some people are not as successful. Okay, so the rate is higher that you could gain the weight back. That's why it's so important on this medication that you start to form great habits. A lot of people get on the medication, they don't want to track their food, they don't want to exercise, they don't want to make any changes. And if you don't want to make any changes, it's going to be harder for you to maintain that weight if you're not on the medication. And like I said, life happens that sometimes you have to get off the medications for reasons that's out of your control. And you want to be able to know that you can maintain your weight without the medication. But the only way that can really be possible is that you have to make lifestyle changes. And they do not have to be drastic. They could just be something that you can live with. So I say when you change, like for me, when I change my eating habits, I eat things that I can eat for the rest of my life. I'm not picking a diet or something that's just out of this way, like, oh, I'm going to do a watermelon cleanse. I can't do a watermelon cleanse for the rest of my life. So because of that, I'm not going to do a watermelon cleanse. Nothing against a watermelon cleanse. But for me, if it's something that I'm not going to continue to do, I'm not adding it in my regimen. So I'm just being aware of what I'm consuming. And that's why I use an app, so that I can track what I'm eating. That's very important. So that I can know when to stop, to make sure I'm getting my nutrition, my nutrients. These are things that's important, especially if you want to be able to maintain your goal weight. Another thing is that the expectation. People have expectations for this medication. A lot of times you see people on different social media that's telling you, hey, I lost 5 pounds this week. I lost 10 pounds. I lost 15 pounds in 1 month. Okay, that's great, okay? But the reality is most people are not going to lose 15 pounds in 1 month. Most people are not going to even lose 10 pounds in 1 month. So your expectation for the medication is so high that when you get on it and you're losing 4 pounds or 5 pounds in a month, you're thinking that you're not being successful, okay? So that's not the case. The medication is only promising you, I think like 0.5 to 2 pounds a month. That's it, okay? And so if you're losing that amount, you're doing wonderful. You're doing wonderful. Stop beating yourself up. I watch so many people videos and they say, I only lost 1 pound this week. And that's really great. But they beat themselves up. They get depressed, you know, and everything else. And they're only happy and they feel like they're only successful if they are getting big numbers every week. And that is not the case. It's not the case at all. Look at it as a long-term goal. Even though I know you might be paying out of pocket, you still got to realize that this is not a quick fix. This is just a tool to help you, give you that kickstart that you need so that you can meet your goal, your fitness goal, okay? And so that's how you have to look at it. That's why you hear a lot of people say, this is a tool. I'm using it as a tool, because it's not the answer to everything. You're going to have to do other things as well so that you can make it something that you can have for the rest of your life and be able to be successful. Okay, so I am hoping that these things were helpful to you and that this will help you to make it to a year or even past a year or even as a lifetime. However long you decide, because I don't even know how long I'm going to be on a medication. But I am learning habits so that if I decide to completely get off this medication, that I can maintain my weight loss and still be successful. So good luck to everybody. Thanks for watching. And if this was helpful to you, press like and subscribe. Bye.